I've always told every one of us that the politicians that keep staying in power most of the time is actually as a result of his ability to market himself, whether through deception or whatever it is. A pastor that must have a big crowd and have his population intact must know how to market the sermon. And that's why you come to a meeting, you are told today is covenant day of restoration of all things. And before the service is over, they are telling you that next week you haven't seen anything yet. Heaven will kiss the earth. Is marketing. Are we together? The pastor wants to see you again also. Is he lying? No. His expectation is also prepared spiritually that you are going to see wonders by following week. And you come. Are we together? Even after the Acts of the Apostles, they preach to the people say, wow. And they were not asking, what do we do? It's okay now. The following Sabbath, the Bible said almost the whole city gathered. That means those who attended the meeting went to the city and were broadcasting. It's the power of what? Marketing. You must know how to do that. Now, in irrefutable laws of marketing, number one thing I want us to look for is what? Attention. I've talked about this so many times. Learn how to create attention. Not all the times you must watch everybody. Who is watching you? Who is reading your comment? Who is reading your post on Facebook? Who is following your handle? Who is interested? Who is expecting for you to see something that's going to come on your timeline today or later or before the day runs out? So most of the time, when you are not creating visibility by creating your attention, building your attention, then you are not going to really be wealthy in this metaverse. The new world we live, attention is so vital. There are so many of you that come here every week. Your best friend does not even know the business you are doing. You are not creating the right attention. You need to know how to generate viral. Be there, and I've said so many times, visibility is more important than what? Ability. We're in the era of decentralized what? Technology, decentralized content creation. You don't need to own it. There's even some of them that they're doing right now on the TikTok. You see somebody's video that interests you. What do? You duet the video. And most of the time, you're not going to talk. You're just going to who? You are not talking. The person is, the video that somebody has already done before is what you actually, mimicking now. That alone gets even a lot of likes. And it becomes money at the end of the day. It's creating what attention. To you, man, because this person will know. You can just play the video that, maybe a comedy video that people were laughing. Himself will just be laughing. You won't hear his voice, but you see the video. And the other one played by the side. Because we're in the era of what? Decentralized content creation. I first mentioned this statement first in 2021 during our event at Radisson. You remember when Nora came, we kept referring to all those things that I said that time. So please, learn how to go viral. And be specific, let people know what to look for your page. For example, in my page, is all business and gospel, nothing else. Anything that has to do with the gospel that interests me is what I will post, and business. You won't say any other thing outside those two things. So that means people know when they are coming to my page, they know what to look for. Are we together? Mm-hmm. How many of you here have not subscribed to my YouTube channel? Let me see my enemies. They have not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you, sir. Anyway, you are here for the first time. I hope you subscribe today. Ambassador Light. Thank you. I will appreciate you can subscribe. You need to subscribe, so please do. People should help me to be making the money too now. Alright, so that is it. And number 2. The loss of purchase justification. I've not heard this combination before. Now, one thing I need you to know in this place that your prospect wants to believe you. So when you come to a prospect to talk to the prospect about your product or the business you are doing, the truth that just because he allows you to come and talk to him shows that he wants to what? Believe you. Don't always go with the mindset that I don't know whether I will grow. He's the one that asks you to come. You are trying to book an appointment with him ever since. Finally say come. Are you getting the message? So what do you think in his mind? He wants to believe you. If he doesn't believe you at the end of the day, then you check out your presentation. Because the biggest gift or the greatest gift any man can give to another man is the gift of access. Are you with me? Because if you don't have access to me, you can market me. The reason that so many of you cannot really meet some of those rich people, you don't have access to them before now. And they are the people that actually hold the million that can do 1 million. Because we have a 1 million package with Desert Pep. Just one package, 1.1 million euros. That's why $1 billion. You see people are not buying it, they are buying it. So, remember, the greatest gift any man can give to you, what? Is the gift of what? Access. Now, he or she wants to buy. Always understand that, number one, the prospect wants to believe you, so that's why I give you the opportunity to speak. Number two, also know he wants to buy. So don't have prejudice before going there thinking, oh, he's not going to buy. No, he wants to buy. He wants to hear you. He wants to believe you, but also believe in what you want to come to present. Now, number third one I want you to notice under this, purchase justification. Because he wants something to justify his purchase. If I bought this thing, what am I getting? What is it coming? Whether now or later. And I said, number three, you must help their logical brains to justify that decision to purchase from you. Don't only speak to their emotions, also speak to their logic. The emotion gets them to be interested, but the logic helps them to justify the purchase. And that is important also. Are we together? And number three, perceived value. Talk about irrefutable laws. Perceived value. I once said that perception is stronger than reality. I said that many years ago. Now, selling happens in the mind of the buyer before you ask. So this is why you must work on the mind. You must work on the mind of the prospect. Because the conclusion is made most of the time before you finish doing your presentation. The one that is not convinced after the presentation, okay, we'll look into it, and you may never look into it. The one that caught the revelation about it, the same day tell, okay, let's meet, or let's do it now, or meet this day during the way we do the activation. So always understand perception is stronger than what? Than reality. That selling happens in the mind of the buyer before you ask. Now, number four, rejection rocket, which is actually one of the things that we dread most. This thing, Mark Yane taught me rejection, the art of rejection rocket. If you have not read that book, go and read it. Your first 1 year in network marketing. Rejection rocket. This is actually the fear of so many of you. That's the reason you don't discuss your business with your friends or family. You don't talk to people even on Facebook and all of that. Now, number one thing you need to know under the rejection rocket, expect and plan for a no. It's difficult for you to just talk to someone and just say yes. No. No, it's normal. Just understand that in business. Even in relationship, no, it's normal. I once asked a woman in Ibadan, when we had a meeting there about 3 years ago, I asked Madam, I'm an older woman. I said, was it the first time the husband talked to you, you agreed? She said, oh. She just said, no. She just reacted, never. I saw that the man, you can't be happy, So understand, get used to what? No. Get used to rejection rocket. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Don't be offended. Number 2 point under that is not failure. It's part of the sales process. The rejection record, the no they said to you, I said it's not failure, it's just part of the process. Just understand that. And it's called failing forward. If you have not read the book by John Maxwell many years ago, he wrote a book called Failing Forward. How to fail forward. Some of the time that's what some of us have done over and over again. We will not be fearing again. We have hawked my product around the whole of this Lagos. Outside the island, outside the mainland is concerned, there's no place I'm not taking my hand wash and air freshener to. So I get used to it. We said no problem. We just ask some questions to know how to make it better, come back. Alright? So what I'm saying, once somebody gives an opportunity to talk, the person wants to hear from you, the person is interested in your product, know that first. So don't be negative before going there that this man will really know. He asks you to come and do presentation. Rather work on your finding and find out how you can do better presentation before the person. So get to understand the product before going. Because that access, if you abuse it, you may never get the person again. Are we together? All right. Number 5, prioritizing the prospect. Prospects. Now keep the prospects and not your product as the priority. That's what it means here. You are marketing somebody and he's telling you that he's going through some stuff that probably is not ready to share with you, or he has shared them with you. Stop your marketing at that time. First, empathize with the person. Are we together? There was a man I was trying to talk to about business during the week. He's a pastor. He's into mining, all those mining they do in the bush, and those Fulani may kidnap a picture of his voice. Now, that's not the best time to market the guy. Prioritize what? Your prospects. Prioritize your prospects. He was supposed to be here, and because he's a worker, needed to be in church. Don't get angry. Make him more important than the money you want to make. There are areas you don't touch in a man's life. In his belief unto the Lord, don't touch it. If that is the reason it's not available, relax, leave it like that. Are we together? Always understand, it's not about the product, it's not about you either. Then the last one, prayers. See, I told you I pray. Because all things are not always equal. Prayers. All things are not always equal. Sorry. So you don't know when I sit there, I see with like. Number 6, what? Prayers. The reason for this is because no matter your calculation, no matter your feasibility studies, company died every day around the world, not only in Nigeria. With fantastic logo, fantastic office, they still died. Because all things are not always equal. There's always a force that is behind every creation that you see. So everything starts from the spirit before the material world. Every creation you see today was created twice. First in the spirit, or in the mind of the creator, before it became a reality. And even the Bible talks about Jesus Christ. It says, and the word became what? Flesh. And we behold it, and we saw it. Not magical. Prayers. This is one thing that everybody does, no matter what you believe in. Whether you believe in Christ, whether you believe in Muhammad, whether you believe in idol, you believe in your ancestors. Every day, a wise man must say a word of prayer. Now mark this. Number 1. Don't you forget to pray. Please write it down. Under prayers, don't forget to pray always. That's where you generate what? Inner stamina. That's not religion, this is life. You know I don't play the religion. I'm the first to tell you, say trash it. But you see the area of prayers, doesn't matter what you believe, whether it's a stone, learn how to what? Say the word of prayer. And number 2, don't be too comfortable not to pray. This is serious. When the money starts coming in, you better be careful. Don't be too comfortable what? Not to pray. So don't think everything you got was just on the physical realm. No. Some of them, they are happy because of some prayer deposit you made years ago when you were so broken out. Now that something is coming, don't you forget what? Don't you become too comfortable to pray. Not to pray, sorry. Number 3, the last one of this. Don't be too proud to forget to pray. Not to believe in the car you are driving. This car can never have an accident. It's so solid and strong. Don't be too proud to what? Not to pray. So I'm writing that one down. Let's read those 3 points together on that prayers. Are we together? Have you written the last one?
Yes.
Okay, on that prayers, let's read it together. Number 1, don't forget
to pray always.
Number 2, don't be comfortable not to pray. Number 3.
Don't be too proud not to pray.
No, don't be too proud.
Okay,
to
for
forget.
free.
Thank you so much. God bless you. All right. You want to clap? All right. So that is MBA with Ambassador Light, massive bank account. You can see what we train you is not just crypto. We train you crypto and we train you on business in general, so that when you run your business, you run it with some tips, because these principles are proven principles and they will never fail. So thanks so much for your time.